Stand Up for Grain Safety presents Sweep Auger Use.
Sweep augers like this are common on farms and in smaller commercial grain bins. One of the problems with these is they're direct drive, and this wheel spins as fast as this screw. The wheel can wear down, and when it's in operation, then the sweep auger won't propel itself, and employees have been known to come up to it and kick it to make it operate. And if their foot slips over or their pants are long, it can catch their pants and pull them into the sweep auger, causing fatalities or serious injuries. A way to get around that is to keep a worker back and safe. The minimum distance you have to be back is 7 feet. This sweep handle here, equipped with a dead man switch, the light bulb is illustrating the sweep auger running, and this handle here, just much like a lawnmower, push lawnmower, if I let go of this, the sweep quits. So I have sweep auger on, sweep auger off, and if I would happen to walk away from this as it's running, I let go, it quits, and the sweep auger is de-energized. The opposite of a worn drive wheel that I mentioned earlier is a wheel that's still intact and operating correctly. If the sweep auger is running like we illustrated in the other bin, there's no grain in the bin, the sweep auger can take off and chase a person around the bin. So a way to prevent that, this is called a bin stop. And this is illustrating, this part here is illustrating the stiffener in a grain bin. So to let the sweep auger go by, this would be chained up. Once the sweep auger is passed, that comes down, and if the sweep auger got away from someone, it couldn't chase them around the bin because the sweep auger would come around in a circle and hit the back side of this and stop. So another option to keep workers safe in a grain bin while a sweep auger is operating is a handrail system. This handrail must comply with all OSHA rules. The top rail has to be 42 inches, the mid rail 21, and then there also has to be a snow fence or some sort of mesh to prevent a worker's hands from getting too close to the sweep auger. And if this system is installed in your bin, more than one person can be in the bin at a time. With the push handle we mentioned previously, it's only one person. This would allow 2 or 3 people to be in the grain bin. And it keeps workers back away from the sweep while he's operating. One of the most common injuries while cleaning your grain bin out to employees is stepping in sump holes accidentally. And these grates illustrate what can be done to protect workers in the sump holes. And these are made for the secondary sump holes. You see the bolts here, these are called jam bolts. And these grates, when they're in place, must be secured. And if you put this in the hole and tighten these up, it secures it there. The spacing on these grates is based off of how far down the unload auger is underneath, or the unload conveyor. The farther down it is, the wider the spacing can be. This one is good to up to 17.5 inches from the floor to the danger zone. This one is too far apart. A worker's arm could go through it if they fell, and this would not suffice. Plus it has no jam bolts to secure it, and a worker could be injured. And the last thing is, so these are secondary sump grates. This is the center pivot guard. So the main sump, the center sump is right here. This protects a worker from getting into the center sump, and it can't just be the handrails. It has to have the chicken wire around it to protect a worker from going through it.
For more information on Stand Up for Grain Safety, visit www.standupevents.org.